All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about secure credit cards. So, if you're just starting out on your credit journey or you're rebuilding, a secure credit card may be a great option for you. So, if you're not sure what a secure credit card is, it's simply a credit card where you're putting up your own money as collateral as a way of building trust with a particular institution. So, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 secured cards to possibly apply for if you're just starting on your journey. Doesn't mean apply to all 5 of them. But if you have a credit union or a regional bank in your area that you're a part of that's not included in this video, feel free to call them and ask them if they offer a secured credit card. Now, here's the kick. You only want to apply for a secured credit card that's going to graduate to an unsecured credit card. What does that mean? Again, with a secured credit card, you're pledging essentially your own money in order to get a credit card in return. What you deposit is going to be your credit line. After X amount of months of consecutive payments, for some institutions, it's 6 months, some it's 7, 8 months, sometimes it's an entire year. It depends on the institution. But if you're responsible and you make on-time payments for those X amount of months, you're going to get your deposit back and you're going to get upgraded to an unsecured card, which is not your money, it's the bank's money. So what this does is it not only builds your credit and your credit score, it also builds your relationship with the bank. So again, there's other credit cards out there, secure credit cards that are marketed, but they never, ever, ever graduate to an unsecured card. So these are cards such as Open Sky, wouldn't recommend that one. Self, which is formerly known as Self Lender, they offer a secured card, but it doesn't graduate. So these are things that you guys should keep in mind when you're applying. If it's not any of these that I'm mentioning in this video, be cautious. If you're unsure, call your bank or go inside. Hey, I see you guys offering a secured card. Does it eventually graduate to an unsecured card? If the answer is yes, feel free to go for it because again, you're also building a relationship with that bank. If it does not graduate, it's a no-go. Personally, for me, I would say it's a no-go because the objective is to build your credit and to maximize your credit profile to either A, get limits on the personal side, or funding for your business on the business side. So we want to make sure that we're optimizing everything. So without further ado, let's get into the 5. We're kind of getting through this really quick. Feel free to do a much deeper dive if you so choose to. But the first one we're going to talk about is the Discover It card. It's the most popular one. It's fairly easy to get approved for. Again, it's a secure card. You get unlimited cash back. But the most important part, where's it at? The most important part is to get 1% cash back. But the most important part is that eventually it's going to graduate to an unsecured card. So right here, after 7 months, we begin automatic monthly account reviews to see if you qualify to upgrade to an unsecured card and get your deposit back. So let's say you pledge $1,000, right? You give $1,000. Keep in mind that money is going to be tied up in that card for X amount of months, 7 months. If you pay your credit card on time every month for those 7 months, they're going to review it. Most likely, they're going to approve you for their unsecured card, and you're going to get your money back. Second card. This is the Capital One Platinum secured card from Capital One. Again, fairly easy. This is very entry-level card to get approved for. As you can see here, minimum deposit, $0 annual fee. Where is it at? What does it say? I think this is 6 months. Let me double check. Regardless, this one does graduate to an unsecured right here. Whoops. Use your card. So it doesn't blatantly state it on the website, but use your card responsibly, get your deposit back, and upgrade to an unsecured platinum card. So same company, Capital One. But the cool thing about the Quicksilver is that if you can get approved for this one, this is a 1.5% cash back on every purchase. It does have the minimum deposit of $200. But again, you get the 1.5% cash back on every purchase, which is pretty cool. Not all secured cards have a cashback option. But again, the most important part is this part right here. Graduate to an unsecured Quicksilver card. Again, you guys can feel free to do a little bit more due diligence because Capital One does have some features here. But again, so this one is contingent on you getting approved, or I'm sorry, getting accepted into Navy Federal. It's not super hard, but it's much easier if you have a family member or a spouse or whatever that has served or is currently serving in the military. This is a great card because it's a great institution. Navy Federal is known for being very generous for their credit limits, and also for their approvals. If you can get in with Navy Federal, the NRewards card is a great card because it does graduate into the green cash rewards card. which is also a very good card as well. They have many other cards that you can switch to and apply for. But again, the most important thing is building the relationship with the institution, in this case, Navy Federal, who, by the way, again, does tend to be a little bit more lenient with their approval process and then also tend to be more generous with their credit limits. So if you can get into Navy Federal, this is the perfect way to get in and start building that relationship, especially if you're new to credit or if you're rebuilding. So last but not least, and again, guys, this is in no particular order, just FYI, this is not like Discover it's the best one. This is just the order that I put it in for the video, but it's not in any particular order. This is the TD Cash Secured Credit Card. You get 1% cash back on all eligible purchases. Let me move this back up here. Same exact concept. It's all really the same concept. You're pledging your cash up front. It's going to be your credit line. If you're responsible and you make all your payments on time, you're going to get that deposit back and get upgraded to an unsecured card. With this one, you can set your credit limit from $300 to $5,000. And again, the most important part, graduate to an unsecured card. So keep that in mind, guys. Any secured card that you're applying for outside of this video, please make sure that you check if it's going to graduate to an unsecured card. That's the most important part, right? Because building a relationship with an institution is important. More importantly, on top of that, you want to make sure that that card is going to help you long term because you get to keep the history. It doesn't show on your credit card, on your credit report as a secured card, right? It's a big boy card now. So just be responsible. Again, don't apply for all of these. You don't need 5 unsecured cards, 1 or 2 maybe at the most. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if you have a regional bank or a credit union, smaller bank in your area that's not mentioned in this video, most likely they offer a secured card. And if they do, contact them and make sure that it graduates to an unsecured card before you apply for it. Again, if you guys have any questions, we do have a free Discord. At least it's free for right now. The link is in the description. We offer one-on-one consultations. We have all kinds of services, and we're always going live on TikTok every Wednesday. We're always answering questions in the Discord. So please, guys, join the community, ask any questions you have, and see you on inside.